What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you the talents and glyphs I chose for my Druid in Boomkin form. This works for PvP, and you could say it works for PvE apart from you change a couple of things like the glyphs, and it can also work for restoration apart from some of the glyphs. And I hope you enjoy this video. For the first talent I chose Wild Charge, which I believe is quite a popular choice. Basically what it does in Boomkin form is it's the same as a hunter disengage, and you basically go backwards for about 15 yards, which is really good for escaping enemies. I'll just quickly show you what I mean. If I just quickly pull this mob, you have to be in combat, so I pull this mob, he gets close to me, do that, I bound away, and it's as simple as that. And I will tell you, the reason I chose that over Displace a Beast is because that has a 30-second cooldown, and also, even though it does go into cat form and prowl, which is good for escaping people, sometimes that might not be ideal because it will take you straight out of combat, straight out of your rotation, which could be annoying. So that's more of an escape thing. This could just be getting away from enemies. And also with Wild Charge you also get the awesome travel form, leap 30 yards forward, which is always good fun. And also in cat form you could also Wild Charge, then Pants, then go into Boomkin form for a full rotation. And I didn't choose Feline Swiftness because I just prefer Wild Charge. It's quite a fun talent, so that's why I chose. For my second ability I chose Cenarian Ward, and the reason is because well, basically it doesn't heal you every 2 seconds, it only heals you if you're taking damage. So I'll quickly show you what I mean. I'll pull this person, put it on myself. Right, I'm taking damage, it's healing me, see 10k, 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 see it's really good healing yourself. And the thing is, you can put it on yourself or on your friendly target. Well, if you put it on yourself, it just means you don't have to worry about it. Like, you can put it on yourself and you can just carry on doing your damage, ignoring everything whilst it's still healing you. With Nature's Swiftness you have to apply it and then do the ability, and that's got a longer cooldown, and Renewal's got a bit too long a cooldown, and this Cenarian Ward I actually think heals you for a lot more, so that's why I chose Cenarian Ward. For my third talent I chose Fairy Swarm. Now the third tier of talents are very difficult to choose as a balanced druid, because it's all a matter of, do you want to push an enemy back, or do you want to entangle a load of enemies, or do you want to slow a load of enemies? And I think for my playstyle that slowing enemies is better, because I'll just show you here, see how it does that, and also applies weakened armor, which is good. I prefer more, I think myself as more of a kiter, and to be honest mass entanglement, it will disappear as soon as you start attacking the enemy again anyway, so there's no point in mass entanglement. And Typhoon, it has a 20-second cooldown, and it's not that effective. It's not as big a pushback as Hunter's Shaman's Thunderstorm. So that's why I choose Fairy Swarm. The fourth tier of talents was sort of another difficult one. I couldn't choose between Incarnation and Soul of the Forest, because they both give you fairly good abilities, but I chose in the end Incarnation, because it basically, if you quickly need to nuke someone out, and you can quickly use that, and when you've got your Eclipse activated you're doing 25% more damage, boom, they're dead. It's really good, and also when you apply it you look awesome, you turn into like some Moonkin warrior, which is cool. The reason I didn't choose Force of Nature is because I actually thought Incarnation would be the best thing for nuking people out. I mean, tell me in the comments if you disagree, but please don't troll me. This isn't a guide, this is just me explaining what I've chosen and why, and it might help you choose. So that was the 4th talent. And now for my last talent, I chose Mighty Bash, and what it does is if someone, it's just basically just a 5-second stun, so I'll show you here. Yeah, see, just stuns him for 5 seconds, and that's just quite helpful if say you're against like a warrior who can really, melee combat can really nuke druids down, especially balance druids, because balance druids are really squishy. And I thought if they get too close, boom, you quickly stun them, go into travel form, wild charge, there you go, wild charge, whip around, and then you can start your nukage with your entangling roots, fairy swarm, cyclone. Yeah, I think it was just generally quite helpful, and it's got a fairly small cooldown. It was either this or disorientating roar, because this was Vortex, had a bit too long a cooldown in my opinion. So that was my 4th talent, and I'm now going to go on to the glyphs. Now for the glyphs, I decided to choose Glyph of Entangling Roots because the 0.2 seconds reduced time is always quite helpful. Just in case that 0.2 seconds to be the matter of them getting you, and then you have to run away. It's literally, you might not think so, but it's that insane. Glyph of Moonbeast, overpowered, completely overpowered. That thing allows me basically to heal, apart from Cenarian Ward, in Boomkin form. So basically I put on my bar Rejuvenation, and I put that when I'm in the middle of combat. See, it's healing me 7k a tick, which is amazing, and then once it goes down I can do it again. So that's another awesome one. And Glyph of Nature's Grasp reduces the cooldown by 30 seconds, making it 30 seconds. Really, Nature's Grasp is just a quick thing which you can put. I'll show you here. If you don't know what Nature's Grasp is, put it on yourself, see how he attacks me, and then instant Entangling Root, and then I can burst him down. So yeah, they're the 3 major glyphs, and then the minor glyphs for druids are just mostly things to mess around with. I've got Glyph of the Stag, which is where someone can hop on your back, which is always funny. Glyph of Woodland Creature, where you can charm a creature and have it as your minion, doesn't do any damage by the way. And then the only important minor glyph is Glyph of Grace, which just basically reduces falling damage, no matter what you're in, human form, moonkin form, which is always helpful just in case you get pushed off the lumber mill. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, don't forget to like and maybe subscribe to my channel, because there's going to be plenty more content coming out from Mr. Pandaria. Hope to see you around, guys. See you around.